Put in a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is Rift Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Sensitive/offensive content disclaimer. Please note that this podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Well, hello, everybody. So, welcome to this Friday evening at Beacon in the Dark tonight. And I am Susan Swanbeck. And down below we have.
I am Marci.
Just in case you guys forget, we remind you, welcome to RNN Network, Rift Nation Network. Definitely the place to be. We got a lot of expansions, a lot of cool shows, and a lot of things coming up. Don't forget, this Saturday is the Saturday that Paranormal Outlaws are on. So that's always a lot of fun. So don't forget to join them this Saturday. And Miss Joni, of course, was on Wednesday. So that's pretty cool. That's an awesome time. So, and I will schedule something for the crystals and crafts for the sponsor. I just haven't gotten around to it. Been a little busy, but this show is designed to help you guys. So rather than put a topic, we're going to talk about what you guys want to talk about. That's what it's about. It's all about you. So let's see, who do we have? We have Michelle Caps in the chat room over on Facebook. And we have Crazy Org. That's my son over on YouTube. And I'm sure people will pop in here and there. So yeah, but this show is it's about you guys because we go through a lot of, I don't know, crap. We really do. And sometimes there's situations that upset you, but you can't talk about it. And that's the hardest part is you can't open up. Well, guess what? You guys are safe here. You can open up and talk about anything your little heart desires, okay? Marcy already knows I have something going on, but I'm not going to open my mouth with it. I can't.
I
So,
was
but I do
just
have something
feeling
going
your
on.
energy.
Yeah, that's okay. And I'm working on jellyfish now. So I've got some sea turtles ready, and now I've got jellyfish I'm going to be working on. So that's always fun. Then after that, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to make a kitty cat or a doggy or both. And when it gets a little colder, I'll be able to get back to my blankets. So, yep. Yep. So yes, it's so difficult. And that's why some individuals, when there's like me, there's a topic, I can't talk about it. Um, and it's kind of like it's a life-changing type of situation, not to do with me, but one of my family members, and I can't open my mouth about it. So yes, journaling is a good way to do it. But the trick is is to let your friends know, like this. Marcy, I have something going on. So I'm feeling a little off. So if you feel that I'm a little off, please feel free to tone the shit out of me to help me calm down. What helps me also is crocheting. I have discovered on my journey through crafting that I find crocheting very calm, especially when I'm creating those little figures. I'm creating like little figures. It's calming to me, and that's good, which is a good place to be because yesterday I was looking for a punching bag and I wanted to beat someone. Anybody. I was like, I was ready to go out in the place I'm at and say, who needs somebody to kick somebody's butt? Because I'm here and I'm ready. But I didn't. I was a good girl.
Well, I love, because all the stuff that I'm going through,
Yeah.
I have the week off. We're dealing with stuff with the condo, with the bankruptcy. I got all that stuff taken care of.
Yeah.
Um, and then also my car being stolen.
Yeah. But they found it and now they're going to be looking for another one. So that's awesome.
Well, they're going to give me the money. My son is like enjoying
Yeah.
it. But and it's funny because I've gone through so many car wrecks and I've gone through evictions, and they said that sometimes the universe brings us back the same thing to see
Right.
if we respond to it differently. And I've been pretty much calm
Huh.
all week, considering either the bus
Yeah.
or the lift. But everything seems to be pulling together.
That's good. I mean, as far as like the business and straightening out the house and the podcast, everything is perfect. It really is. It's my life outside of this, minus my man, because he's my saving grace. He really is. He's a definitely a gift from the gods. So he really is. So he's a perfect for me. He understands everything. He's okay with my crazy ups and downs, and it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's what it was. Michelle said the Viking. Yeah, the Viking was coming out ready to pull the sword off the wall. I'll tell you. Yes, let's do it. I don't need a shield.
Well, they also say as because a friend of mine kept on saying, "I see you winning," and then, like 2 weeks later, I did win, but I was able to use that money to go pay the lawyer.
Right,
I also won like once a week. Baldini's does like an online thing,
right.
so I won a massage and recliner that I'm going to put in the living room because I have this one.
Yeah.
And I think my son, because he's into the living room, he'll have fun with it, playing his games. But
Oh, yeah.
it's manifesting. So despite all these things taken away, I'm still getting things, you
Yeah.
know, or still staying calm. And that's what they're saying, that the universe, because I would get visions of like me being in a big ship, and I kept on hearing the cruise ship sound going. And
Huh.
then instead of like a little gold house, it was like now it's like a 3-story house. So I think it's all the visuals or
Right.
the energies or the universe, you know. Then I
I
went and
agree.
played a little bit, took a lift back so I could be here in time because I took the bus, and
Yep.
I figured I'm just going to chill out for a little bit. And,
I
I was able to do the show.
I had something happen to me, and it was like my phone was sitting, like, I was on my way to the doctor's, and my phone was sitting right there where I usually keep it, up on the dash. I keep it there because if it's rain, I'll record myself while I drive if it's raining. So this way, if somebody hits me, I have proof. So I've always kept it up on the dash. So my phone is right there, and I stopped and I got a sandwich from Dunkin' because I had nothing to eat, and I know I had a busy day, so I have to eat something. So I get the sandwich and I go to pull out, and all of a sudden something catches my eye up over in that area. I know I'm doing it short, but it was way up over in there. And what did I see? The weirdest thing. I seen a see-through jellyfish. I'm not kidding. Floating in the sky next to the trees. And I didn't take a photo or a video because I'm like, I just I'm watching it, but I can't take my eyes off it long enough to try to reach the phone. And it's see-through, and it was a jellyfish, and it was floating in the sky. And then when it went over to the tree, there was a bunch of trees over there. It went into the tree, it turned white and changed shape. Freaking strangest thing I've ever seen.
It's an alien. They say that there are a lot of aliens in the water. Octopuses are
Yeah,
supposed to
but
be
this was in the
aliens.
sky, it wasn't in the water.
I know, but they're still like have that shape. You
Really?
know, they have all different types of energies, shapes, different things
Yeah,
that are going on, and so your vibration might be able to, that they're communicating to you as you're clearing out more
maybe.
and more what's going
Yeah, it
on.
really was. Yeah. Ed, did you hear that? Hello, Mr. Odell. Poor Ed's at work. But yeah, I mean, literally a see-through jellyfish that turned white and changed shape the moment it hit the trees.
Well, I love this
That
saying.
was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in Dartmouth.
I love this saying that says the veils are not getting thinner.
Yeah.
Our DNA is clearing out so we can see more and more.
Yeah.
So as you're clearing out, like I was talking to my friend Raven, who I've done radio shows, and she and I've had a long, long friendship. Um, and she goes, and her lifetime, you know, was playing the harp. And she goes, Marci, I see you playing the harp. And I go, maybe it's my chords and my energy, because I'm like, I'm not a harp player that's going on.
Yeah.
And it's like we get these different visuals, and like I kept on hearing that ship horn, for a good 5 minutes. Like
Right.
it's coming in. We'll hear these sounds. We're getting more and more clear. So your veil may be getting thinner, where those things might have always been there,
Well,
but
the
now you're
veil for
starting
me
to see that.
usually gets thin close to Shamahain, or some people call it Samhain or Halloween, whatever you call it. The veil's always thin then, but for me recently, the veil has been really thin. I mean, I'm in my office and I'm going through and straightening stuff out, and really like moving stuff around and really doing a deep clean on all the stuff in my office. And I'm getting all that done, so I've been doing a lot of clearing out. So
Right.
maybe by clearing my house out, I'm clearing my energy out. But Ed says, is there something to this? I don't know.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
get bad news at the doctor's, but I really didn't, but I didn't get bad news at the doctors. Let me correct that. But I got bad news from a family member right after that. So that happened after that. But mine was, it was like round and it had these little things on it. And it was jellyfish and it was just floating. Literally. I should have taken a picture. I was so dumbfounded.
It might not have
I
come
couldn't.
through.
So I guess Howie had one. He said his was a pearl-like orb. Mine was outside. I was in the car at the time, or should I say my aunt's car, because I don't own one. But then he says, I feel I passed a few tests this week, testing my
Well, and
connection, see if I'm seeing would fall into things of the past. Yeah. See, the thing is me, wait, what does he say? He's saying feel like a test was given to see if you would pass or fail. It's a possibility, but I didn't reach for the camera, take a picture. Most people reach for the camera, take a picture, post it all over the place. I'm saying there's a reason for this. There has to be a reason for
there
this.
is a reason, and and
Yep.
I still want to get together with Howie because they told me I was supposed to do some tones on him.
Yep.
And Elohim says that we test you. If you pass your test, we give you opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's how they work, you know. And whether it's like to be able to, with all the chaos going on, to stay calm, you
Yeah.
know, let the things coming in. I didn't think I was going to win that chair. I just copy everybody else's answer, and I'm like, okay. I've won like an electric grill before, but I'm like, I didn't need the electric grill, so I said $100 in free play. But I figured a recliner, you know, whether for me or Travis in the living room. We've been watching a lot of the new Doctor Who, you
Yep.
know, and then we watched some surrealistic called The Core. So we've been watching movies that are going on, and it's been kind of interesting with the genres, all different types that are going on. Somebody is screaming at me to do tones, so
Go ahead. You do that. I'm looking up the meaning of a jellyfish. To me, it's always a symbolic meaning.
I know. I always look up spiritual meaning of things, as crazy as they are. I
Yeah.
looked up ship horn. What's the meaning of that? It's like even if I audio hear things, I'll look up spiritual meaning of it just so that I could get an idea of it. Yeah, they're coming in because I'm about ready to blast my mouth. I feel like a cartoon character. All right. Somebody's energy is singing with me, which is kind of interesting. Yeah,
Huh.
Ren and I were talking about how like I'm getting like three notes or three bitones along with it that are happening.
Yeah. Oh, he says, who's strange? Well, we're all strange. I mean, being normal's so boring. So he says, I thought I heard my name. Chuckles. I looked up and see, that's the thing. Now, this is going, okay, now today, like, he says, well, let's go out. We'll go look around, in a store. We'll stop for coffee and we'll do whatever. And as I was out getting coffee, I'm saying, oh, containers would help me organize my stuff. So I stopped at the dollar store to get those. But when we're out getting coffee, I see a dragonfly. And I'm like, all right,
Oh,
there's got to be a connection here. So
there is.
I am just looking up jellyfish. And what it's saying, according to this website, is there are like four basic meanings to a jellyfish, except this one was floating in the sky, not in water. But it says you have the power to adapt. Like jellyfish are equipped with incredible ability to adjust to whatever life throws your way, which was really weird because this happened before I got the news. Okay. Creatures have been around for millions of years, thriving in the oceans without a brain or bones, stuff like that. So it says they go with the flow literally and remind us that we too can adapt to new environments, situations with grace. Okay, I get that because of the news I got. Now, your sensitivity is a gift, it says. Now, jellyfish are knowing for their sensitivity, using their tentacles to navigate and interact with the world around them. If a jellyfish spirit is calling you, consider it a sign to tune into your own sensitivities, which is ironic because last night he's telling me, you got to listen to more tones. He's native. Okay. Now it says, let go and trust the flow. Yes, I was upset over the news, but I have to trust the flow. Even bad, there's always a reason for it, right? So let's see. Have you ever watched jellyfish? A jellyfish move? No. Well, yeah, actually, we have a lot down here, except they're more Portuguese Manawas. Let's see. They have a serene way of surrounding the ocean currents, teaching us about the art of letting go. So letting go of the negativity that actually, happened. Okay. And the next is embrace the wonders of the unknown. Now, the jellyfish is actually a creature of the deep, often dwelling in parts of the ocean that are mysterious to us. Wow, let's see. When this eternal being pops into life, it is an invitation to dive into the depths of our own soul. Now,
Okay.
yeah, okay. Lately, I've been hearing more music than anything else, is what I've been hearing. So, Doctor, what is that? All right, I got to catch up on this and then I want to read the Dragonfly. Let's see. Michelle says, my body is probably screaming for tones. It's had a lot of stress in the past 3 weeks and very sick. Mother's in the hospital dealing with a lot. Yeah, I understand that, honey. I really do. How he says Doctor Who. Lol, redneck steampunk Doctor Who. And then I had a black butterfly land on me this morning. Ooh. See, butterflies I do know represent new beginnings. So you figure they're a caterpillar, they go into a chrysalis, and they birth to a
Yeah,
butterfly.
the 4 stages.
And black is protection to witches and Celtics. It's not negative. And then Howie just said yes, exclamation point. So it must have been to what I was reading. I don't know. So after all of this, okay, then I have the dragonfly, right? So let's see. I know dragonfly is loved ones that have passed, but there has to be something else to this as well. So let's see if we can find that one. Dragonfly. Dragonfly. All right. Dragonfly symbols and meanings. There's 6 of them. Yeah. Let's see. Come on. I don't care about in what culture. Just give me a generic meaning here. In this culture, it means that. That culture, it means this. No, just tell me what it means. Let's see. Dragonflies and meanings, dream and spirit. And literally, it was the weirdest thing. Table of contents. Is this the one? No, it's not exactly what I'm looking for. So when I'm sitting in the car and I'm drinking coffee with him, thinking about, okay, I really need to do some rearranging and cleaning. I've been cleaning out a lot. And now it's time to go through the office, because of my allergies and stuff. So it's like, all right, I'm allergic to dust. I've got to find a non dusty way to keep a hold of all these things. So, and it's just really weird. And I'm drinking my coffee, and the mirror, like the outside glass to the car, is here. It literally stops and looks at me and then flies. And then it flies around, it comes back, it stops, and it looks directly at me again. I'm like, what?
They pick up our vibrations. The higher we get our vibrations, and I was even reading something with Bashar about channeling, and it's kind of like I related to it because it's like as we have different entities coming in, they're going to decide who they're going to contact. So you're reaching a high frequency, like I would see mermaids and dragons and everything else,
Right.
but they're probably communicating with you because as you're getting more and more aware with your energy that's going on, they're probably all around us, but you're able to see them now more.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
flashing everything everybody's saying. I always said dragonflies are symbols of spirits, ancestors, and guides, as our butterfly. Ancient Asian myth and lore shows a dragonfly is their ancient ancestors. So I figured I would just look this up. So, according to what I'm looking up right now, this is mythology. And I love looking
Right.
this stuff up. You know, I love reading. Transformation and change is actually coming. And
Well, I'm not
also,
surprised.
excuse me, adaptability and flexibility, joy and lightness, connection to nature, of course. And it really depends on the culture. And of course, it could be a loved one that passed over. So there are a little bit more meanings to this. So, transformation and change. One of the key symbol meanings associated with the dragonfly is the concept of transformation and change, just like these eternal insects undergo a remarkable metamorphosis
Mhm.
from a nymph to fully grown adult. They let's see, they serve as a power that reminds us of our own ability to adapt and transform, which is good. And then adaptability and flexibility, another significant aspect of adaptability and flexibility is these creatures are actually known for their incredible flying skills and their ability to maneuver swiftly and gracefully. Their wings allow them to change directions and instant, symbolizing their importance to be flexible and adaptable in our own lives. Let's see, joy and lightheartedness. Dragonflies also symbol, let's see, lightness with their vibrant colors and delicate wings. They are radiant sense of beauty and joy. These, let's see, these enchanting insects dance through the air with a sense of freedom and playfulness, reminding us to find joy in the little things, which I think that's what I do, making little jellyfish right now. I got a hair in my mouth that's driving me nuts. Okay, connection to nature. Lastly, dragonflies actually symbol connection to nature. These magnificent creatures inhabit both water and air, bringing a gap between the two realms. They remind us of our interconnectedness to all living things and importance for persevering and cherishing our world. So, if I'm like adding up all of them, then I would have to say this is, what's actually happening, you know? This
Well,
it's a possibility
you,
because of the news that I got.
Susan,
Yeah,
you've got this big, huge, like butterfly being behind you. I'm seeing like the wings, and it's all like flowing, and and so a lot of times they might get a lot bigger or smaller because,
right,
and they talk about like the dimensions. Some dimensions can be really small. Other times, as like they were saying with our kundalini, and as we release stuff, it releases more and more of our dimensions
right.
that are going on, and it's almost like this door to dimensions opened up where one being or butterfly or something like that
Yeah.
is right behind you. So
Oh,
it might be to do with flow, freedom, spirituality,
right.
wings type of stuff. It's almost like the jellyfish kind of has its own wings also, because it's all to do with flow. It's just not in the air,
Right.
it's water. But there's still like currents, energy that
Yeah,
are
because
happening
they
on.
move with their tentacles like this, the
Right,
way a butterfly or a
right.
dragonfly
So
will
it's a
flap
lot to
their
do with
wings.
wings, freedom.
Yeah.
I gotta hit another note. Part of it is for Howie, part of it is for Michelle, but I feel like whoever's coming through, I'm gonna really blast. So I just want to warn everybody. I can feel whatever the energies that are going on. Mervyn was feeling a lot of Greek energies around me, which I was feeling.
Right.
Okay. That one like took every. I have my eyes. It's like Susan's crystal.
I'm helping push it with the crystal. So,
I was when I was with Raven, I was using my black obsidian pyramid, and she
ah,
kept on seeing like the gold energy,
right.
you know, that goes on. So I'm going to hit it with this also. Anybody feel that? It's like they're mating almost. I feel like
Hello, I'm a quartz. What are you? It's like-
it's black and white, negative and positive. You
exactly.
know,
It's just different types. Let's see. Howie said butterflies. That butterflies actually change and transformation.
right,
Let's see. He also says interesting how dragonflies and butterflies run beside each other in lore. It's really cool. And let's see. Michelle says have one of those two dragonflies, black and blue. Wow, mine was actually tan. It was like a tannish color. Let's see. Remember, the butterflies attack time and space and events. Ooh. And then he goes, that's what she said. I don't remember what I said. I'm sorry. And he laughed. So I don't remember half the time what I just thought the entire situation and the run of events, because we've talked about all kinds of things, but we've also talked about how like animals and signs kind of like really showing. So evidently the universe is now giving me physical signs like the
right,
jellyfish. Okay, you have to remember a jellyfish has tentacles. Okay, if a jellyfish stings you, it can hurt, but the movement and the transformation is beauty. So maybe, I got stung in a distance, so to speak, because it affected me a little bit, because of the way I was affected by the situation. But, and then reading the other part of it, how he was telling me, listen to your frequencies, make sure you stay open, because he's Native American. He's part Native American and also Santa Maria type of mystic magic, but he's more connected to the earth magic as far as the natives. So he was saying, "Yep, you got to listen to your frequencies and open up." And it's like I didn't know what the actual jellyfish meant. It didn't dawn on me to look it up until the show.
right. Well, that's what
Duh.
it's all of our journey, whether it's
Yeah,
negative or positive, how we work through it, and that's how people are like to get aha moments, and that's why
yeah.
we do whatever we do, you know,
It
as
was it
far
was
as
really interesting. And
well,
then I got an urge to crochet jellyfish.
well,
Okay,
maybe
I'm
you
done with the sea
find them.
turtles. I'm now making jellyfish. So,
Well,
yeah.
it's all channeling, and and I was thinking about like pottery, and I was thinking about like I had my friend Sue that I did a bunch of healings with up in Spokane, and I wanted these Native American pottery things. She would know, as far as the energy, what was meant for different people.
Right.
That were, and so if you look at your spirit's healing, and the people might be drawn to your stuff and not know whatever that vibration, like cooking and everything else,
Yeah.
is going into what is calling to them or
Right.
what resonates with them, as far as the energies that are happening to them and to you.
It was really quite interesting because this was the primary doctor, a new one. She's actually was very fascinated by my knowledge of the crystals, what crystal works for what I use for what condition. And she was like,
Right.
she literally had a pen and paper and she's like, what was that again? What does it do? Okay. What was the next one? And this is my new doctor. So it was like, all right, she's right up my alley, that one. So
Well,
I mean, I
you're
found the
matching the
perfect doctor.
vibration.
Yeah.
You're matching the vibration of the new one. We
Yeah.
outgrow our old people, whether they're
No.
taekwondo or teachers or whatever it is, and then we get new ones
Yeah,
and
she was pretty cool.
new energy. So that's fantastic.
Yeah. So it was just a very, very interesting experience. I mean, when you look up like floating jellyfish in the sky, they say, let's say they say, oh no, that was a takeoff from this, takeoff from that. And then they turn around and say, oh, if you see that, run. So you get all of these things when you look up floating jellyfish, but everybody that puts it at night. Mine was bright daytime.
Right.
It wasn't at night. So, but it was very hard to try to find a picture or a photo that looked similar
Well,
to like
you're
jellyfish.
not
Yeah.
unless they want to show up because it again they're probably aliens because everybody always thinks of like little green men, but aliens are all different sizes,
Oh
shapes,
yeah.
forms, colors, and they might have communicated. Maybe you traveled into that dimension. Maybe they time traveled. Whatever it is that's going on. Maybe you were in a power spot that was going on. Like I
Yeah,
used to
I've
like
been there
watching.
several times. I've been in Dartmouth around this area a lot. I've never had that experience before, ever.
It's all our time, our energy. The one of the shows I liked watching a long time ago was the Blue Book, and that was all based on the 1950s stories. The people were transported.
Mm.
They were trying to get that
Yep.
one guy
Yep.
to pretend that it wasn't real, but he would see all these different stuff that were going on,
Yeah.
and like the whole Steven Spielberg, that was all part of the Blue Book stuff.
Yeah.
So there are many dimensions, many different things, many things that are happening with us at all times. My
You're getting
room is
that Stevie
carpet
Wonder
cluttered.
look again, girl.
My room is crowded. I'm getting that buzzing. They're around.
You're buzzing. My hands are itching up a storm. This hand's itchy, itchy, itchy. And then it's like I've been motivated to clean and stuff like that too. Nikki says, yes, ATs are all sizes, shapes, and colors. Yeah, they
They
really
are,
are.
and that's why they're like, oh, we're gonna get freaked out. It's like a lot of times they're already here.
Oh, a lot of them, yeah. A lot of them
So,
are here. They can, a lot of them can actually hide what they look like, so to speak.
oh yeah, or they
Yeah,
transform.
yeah.
And
They'll
it's like
they'll
my friend
hide it.
Richard, like, oh, there's one right out your window, or like remember
Yeah,
like the gold energy. My room is constantly, and this is why we're supposed to do whatever it is, so that
yeah.
people do not feel like they lost it, so they can get contact where people are not getting all freaked out.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know,
I do agree because, I mean, to think we're actually alone in this universe is ridiculous. There's no way that we are alone in the universe. I mean, that is unheard of. I mean, I truly believe that there's a lot of different aspects. I mean, getting into like universal law of things of many different God, what the hell was I actually talking about? Oh, okay, I remember. It's like it's there's like we're not alone. There's different dimensions, there's different earths. I truly believe that. I do believe that it's like what was the name of that show? Sliders. Remember the show Sliders?
oh yeah,
How they used to jump into alternate earths.
right.
And I think with CERN, the way that CERN started up, I think it's caused a lot of us to jump into alternate earths.
Well, as we change our vibration from
Yeah,
3D to 5D, then we outgrow a lot of people. We outgrow a lot of situations. But Shara
right.
said it was kind of like the 3D train's going one way, the 5D, and it's like they're splitting,
Yeah,
and it's like we're not in their world. We don't match their world. You know, it's just as we're clearing out more and more. There's like a big, tall gold being behind me. Okay.
yeah. Nikki says cloaking. That was the name I was looking for. And some shapeshifters, but not all can do that. Yeah. Some can be like transparent, not see through like the jellyfish I seen, but be kind of like transparent, almost like there's you can feel their spirit here, but it's like their body is other place, kind of like our version of like astral projection.
Parallel, yeah.
Yeah,
Christ was supposed to do that.
yeah.
I mean, I have dreams that are really real. Did you ever get that list of the books that
I did, but I haven't had a chance to put them up. It's been one heck of a week. So,
no, it's okay.
yeah, I haven't had a chance. I do have Marcy's book list. She did message it to me, and I will get it up over there in the travelers page for you guys of the books, because she does have a lot of interesting books, and usually she's the one that I go to as far as information for stuff like that. But I will get that up there, and I'll just mark it Marcy's book list.
Well, that's what I wrote. And it's a wide variety, whether
Yeah,
it's ETs, whether it's our brain scientists, because I love all different aspects of what's been going on and learning and verifying. And
yeah.
my guides told me to read and read more.
Yeah, see, it was like when I was reading, I was told to um work. I forget how they put it, but in other words, when I like help people online and channel or do readings, I'm supposed to stick with my ancestry. So I assumed they meant Viking part, not the Celtic part. So I started channeling through those. But Michelle put, well, that has me question something that happened to me. What happened, hon? Hello, Mr. Robert White. Now I'm curious, Michelle, what happened? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys something. And everybody's like, ooh. Yeah, I'm an abductee. I literally say this on a regular basis. They're like, look, the alien took the rest of my eggs. Evidently, I just make really good kids or something. They wanted my eggs. So, yes, I've been abducted. They have the rest of my eggs. That's why I went through the change of life so early. I was in my early 40s. So they left me with so
They,
many,
they,
and then
they
it's
have done
done.
that,
Oh, yeah.
you
So, and this
know.
is something that used to happen when I was younger, when I was a teenager a few times, then it stopped, and then it was like once or twice when I was like, a parent, and then it kinda like, excuse me, stopped. So it's really weird. Yep.
Well, they have things called implants where they put things in
Yeah.
us that are like really, really small, and they actually have jars of they're like maybe an eighth of an inch that are really small.
Right.
And that's how they kind of track us. And they track us also by generations. And maybe that's why you're supposed to do that whole, you know, ancestry. But you got to remember the Vikings also pillaged the Celtic people. So it's almost kind of like you're both
Yeah.
because the
I actually
Vikings,
am both.
you
I'm a
know,
Celtic Viking, or a Viking Celtic, or
but, but
Celtic
yeah, but
Viking.
they came and pillaged all
Yeah.
the Celtic people also. So it's kind of like that whole DNA energy
Yeah, my
that goes
family's the
on.
product of a war. All right, let's see what she says. Michelle says, long story short, I was asleep and someone grabbed my ankles and jerked me awake. I looked and it was a body shape of a male figure, but the whole image was glowing silver and white.
Those are ascended masters. The white and the silver, like Raven says, I'm a lot of gold. You
Right,
know, where I'm from, where I'm told I'm from, Sirius and the channeled writing. But those are the ascended masters. Those are the high beings that
right.
are coming in to communicate to us.
But why yank her ankles? Why not try to channel her? Hold on. And then she says, just stood and stared at me. I told it I don't have time for this, that I was dying. That's what I say to spirits. She goes, oops.
Well, they
If
want to freak
spirits are
you
trying to
out.
talk to me and I'm exhausted, it's like, guys, seriously, I'm going to bed.
And it's usually between 3 and 6 in the morning.
Ah,
That's when they contact us the most. That goes on. But the ankles, maybe they didn't want to offend you or freak you out. The ankles are kind of at the end. I'm burping again, Susan. So somebody's releasing some.
I don't know. But ever
But
since I really wish I could find a picture similar to what I seen of
it's okay. I
jellyfish.
mean, there's people that channel like entity beings. I mean, I've got like some channel drawings. I'll bring them out next time. Where um, when I was up in Spokane, and Suzanne, who did my channel drawings and past
Right,
lives, she also did my guides as well. And so I have a few, and I did one that was underwater, but I gave it to a diver because I figured he deserved it more than I did, you
right.
know. And I'm also working a lot with the underwater energy that goes on. So maybe your hand will draw it, automatically,
See,
and then
I
you'll be
can't
able to do.
draw, but
I
I can
know,
crochet.
I know.
So, yeah, I'm trying to look for a picture that looks similar, but I can't.
It may not. If it's an alien energy that goes on,
Yeah.
I got to hit another low tone. Oh, this one's Elohim. Okay. Whew. Okay. Hands. Well, that was an interesting one.
I love doing that. So,
I
but
know
it's just
everybody always feeling this in between Susan and I and her crystal and me tones. Are you guys feeling stuff releasing? You know,
yeah, I'd love to know that. Let me try looking up images while I do
well,
this.
when I worked on Arena and I
Uh,
started doing the tones, it was like, oh, I'm releasing my headache. Oh, this pain is releasing. You know, past lives are being released. We never know what's going on.
yeah, I've been getting those energy headaches again, is what I like to call them, where I
Right,
have an extra energy.
right.
Do you hear that?
That's you.
It was a high pitched, ooh, but high pitched.
Well, and that's probably Elohim. You're getting that Stevie Wonder luck yourself.
Am
You're
I?
getting clearer and clearer. You're starting to hear them.
I just heard that.
I know.
That was
That's
weird.
good. They're communicating with you.
She says her stomach feels better now.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, but it was just a really weird situation. And like I said, we're on here for you guys, but I had to share that because we all have strange experiences. We all do.
Are you guys starting to feel more normal, like you haven't lost your mind? Are you starting to feel and acknowledge all this stuff?
Yeah.
With all the talks that we have, that, you know, it's
Well,
like, oh, this is just normal. It gets to
yeah.
be, I talk to my friends with ghosts, like people talk about the weather. Oh, this spirit was around. It gets to be like a normal conversation
Yeah.
because it
When
is
I walked
paranormal.
into the office to sit down and log in to do the show, there was already a spirit here.
Oh,
As
yeah.
if to say, hey, come on, let's go. I'm like, really? Yeah, Robert says definitely normal. Michelle said her stomach feels better. Robert says, yep, normal. It's all normal. And Nikki says, yes, I feel it.
Good.
So,
See,
yeah,
once you acknowledge these things, they're able to communicate with you more
right.
and more.
And there's
You
somebody
know,
behind my back right now. I can feel them
you've got
touching
two white beings
in
behind your back.
between my shoulder blades, right there on my back.
You've got two. You got two white
Huh.
beings that are going on. I got to hit a high note. They're all smiling. They're all happy that you guys are like understanding all this stuff. That was like four notes.
That was like similar to the tone I heard in my ears.
Well, maybe that's why they're doing it.
That's weird.
No, it's getting normal. You're gonna, as it gets to be more and more, you know, they'll give their opinions on stuff. Like I was going to return the car, Sunday, and they're like, no, Monday. And then I ended up like having to do all this bankruptcy stuff and all this other stuff. Like, oh, good, I returned it on Monday.
Right.
Or I'm going to get rid of a chair or keep it. And they're like, no, get rid of it. They will start giving their opinions on stuff.
Oh, I have to declutter and organize everything. That's what I've been told. I'm up to the office. I got the hall closet done. I got the kitchen done. I got the bathroom done. I got most of the living room done. And now I'm in the office, which is the hardest part. She says, yes, experience strange. Yes, everyone experiences strange things, though many people don't necessarily acknowledge them. Very true.
Well,
And
that's why
then
we're here.
Michelle says, I get an eye roll when I talk about spirits and ghosts. Well, we won't roll our eyes here. So, yes, same here. And then she wrote, that was my throat. She felt that in her throat.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, okay. It's like my ex and I were really telepathic. And Suzanne actually did a drawing of us on the fourth dimension where he's looking away, that my kid's father. It was an
Right.
off and on relationship for like 30 years. But it was also very psychic and telepathic. So
Right.
when he would come into me telepathically, I'd be on the street and I look like I'm trying to stay normal, but the energy comes in, and so people are like, "Are you okay? What's going on? Are you, what's happening?" And so it doesn't matter where I'm at or who I'm with, you
Right.
know, that look and that energy, people will just acknowledge it. That
Yeah.
they'll know
Like,
something's wrong, but they don't know what. Like,
yeah,
this
like that
weekend,
look I get when the spirit's walking in the room or spirit's trying to talk to me and I look over like it's really there. Or your
Sarah was
Stevie
there.
Wonder look.
Yeah.
That's what I call her, Stevie
It
Wonder
does.
look. I know
Well,
she's getting ready
Stevie
to
Wonder is
go.
kind of like a jellyfish too. It kind of floats, you know. It's like, and that's all. Everything is waves,
Yeah.
waves of energy,
Oh,
waves of water, waves of air, waves
right.
of my eyes moving. You know, no
So
matter
a-
how
and
much.
and that brings us back to the show that we did about now we did a show basically on animals and spirit animals, but the thing is, I love you, babe. We did a show on animals and spirit animals. Now there's really no basic information when we're seeing like ascended masters or these mystical creatures. I mean, you can look up mystical creatures like if somebody sees like mermaids. I've been seeing dragons in the sky for a
Right.
long time, and me crows follow me everywhere. Every now and then I get a raven that comes in, but crows have followed me everywhere my whole life. Everywhere I live, there's crows that come and talk to me, literally. So to me, that's normal. And
Well,
to my kids, it's normal.
right.
That's
It's
just the way
they
mom
invite that.
is.
You
Right.
know.
But
It,
somebody
it's
looking on the outside going in, going, man, that's weird.
well,
I
and
mean,
that's
I
the
got
thing.
my daughter the other night. It was a while ago. I think it was last summer. She picks up the phone and she goes, "Mom, mom." She goes, I said, "What? What's the matter? What's the matter?" She goes, "Blood in the moon, blood in the moon. This is a circle. It's blood in the moon. Stay on the phone. I'm going home right now. I'm going home right now." Because she knows when there's blood in the moon, you go home. You can't be out
Right.
during this. Okay, it's just a part of it. But it's normal for us having cabinet doors opened up when my kids were little after my father died. Normal stuff
Well,
flying off the top of the refrigerator because my father hated that. Normal.
and also it's like part of me is like, even though I've written the books and I got hacked of it, my friends and I, our kids have grown up with us. So there's been like 10 or 15 years of our normal conversations with our kids.
Right.
Some of our kids, they're rejected. My daughter's like, oh, I don't think we have a normal whatever it is that's going on. But then the other kids, it's like our normal conversations. My son,
Exactly. Yeah. We all have those.
it's our normal conversations as far as what's been going on. He's been talking to my friends that are spirits, for years, and he knows enough. It's like when I'm doing something, he stays over there.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally I'd say, "Come say hi," and he'll say hi. But it once they know that generation of energy that goes on, and like I was talking to I'd gotten a car years ago by this mechanic,
Yeah.
and my son refused to get in the car. And did my son die in another lifetime in a car? You know,
Yeah.
he's helping picking out cars now. I'm letting him, even though
Yeah.
it's like, but that's his learning thing. And I go, Raven, did he die in another lifetime in a car wreck? Because he said all of a sudden he wanted to be a mechanic. I'm like, but you don't work on cars. And she goes, I see him underwater. I see him all these other stuff. Our
Right.
body remembers these things. We don't know why.
Huh.
That goes on, past lives, fears.
Yeah.
Our kids carry over that stuff.
Huh.
You
They
look
really
like you're
do.
very much thinking.
Yeah, I am. They're showing me things right now, but it's weird things. It's how I
Oh,
hold this
okay.
crystal
What do
up.
I do? Did I just turn it on? Just press play. Okay. My son set up Shogun for me.
Oh, awesome. Good
So,
job. Good job.
well,
So, this crystal, how I'm doing this?
yeah.
They're showing me a bigger one, probably about this big with a slight amethyst tip. And it's
Okay.
large, and I'm supposed to use it, and I can hold it like this. That's what they're
Okay.
telling me to use. So it's really weird.
Well, let me show you some of mine.
Uh-oh. That's it. Here comes the crystal jealousy. So, guys, we got about 4 minutes left, and I got to see these
I know.
crystals.
There's this one.
Is it got a point? No.
Oh, sorry, wrong way.
Yep. No. Mine's more. The one I see is more round, so it's
Okay.
pretty cool.
This is my 10-pound one.
Wow, that's huge.
Atlantis one is it cracks.
Yeah.
You guys saw the other ones of it,
Yeah.
but I've got my little corner over there.
Robin. Oh, Sue's getting a big one. I am going to look for a good price on a decent sized one. It's mainly for healing, not like get a bunch of them and try. No, this is something they want me to use as you're doing what you're doing.
Right,
You're doing. They'll say
right.
I'll know it when I see it. That I'll be able to help push the channeling out. So I have selenite on my desk, but that's
Yeah.
not what they're showing me.
My
They're
friend,
showing me a raw one.
my friend Sue,
Yeah.
who does her wands,
Yeah.
I got that one from her.
That's cute.
My son bought two wands from her. They're like $200 a piece.
Damn.
But she's definitely a master at what she does.
Yeah.
You know, as
We all
far as
have our niches, so yeah, I'm definitely probably gonna look for one. It might be the one thing I want to do and get myself for I don't know,
well,
whatever.
how
We
much you
got about
want,
2 minutes left.
Susan? How much you want to spend?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because my friend Sue is making wands all the time.
Oh no,
Yeah,
this isn't a wand. I'm
I
talking
know,
about
I know. You're gonna get a crystal.
yeah. I need a raw one, but I need to
I know.
know the measurements of it. So I'll have to look into that. That'll take a while to find the right one. That's the hard part. But all right, guys, we got 2 minutes left to the show. So I mean, we definitely got into a really interesting topic today. I didn't know what we were going to talk about, but I couldn't help it with the experiences that I've had, and come
Well,
to
that's
find
our,
out,
our
a lot
journey.
of them had it too. You've had it too, which is awesome. So, do you have any last words, my dear?
No, I just got to hit one more note.
Oh,
I know. Now I know that she's got the crystal on her. I can feel it now. Wow. That one was really interesting.
I like that. I can feel them more with the crystals. Amethyst tooth, wide but short. I think that's what they call them. And I don't. The biggest one I have. Hold on, before you go. Oh, is this?
Okay.
That's
That's
my.
a good size.
That's a golden healer. But I'm looking for something fat and rough down here, not polished. Like this
Right.
is a point, but I need it rough.
No, I know. That's like you've
Yeah.
seen mine.
Ooh,
They're rough.
this is a heavy sucker.
I know.
Ow. Ah,
Well, I hope this all helped everybody and helped clear it out. And then the more
yeah.
they acknowledge it, the more they communicate with us. You know.
It was really good. She said that felt great. Have a great evening and weekend. She's addicted to her amethyst. It's normally I don't channel through amethyst. It's usually other type of crystals like my yellow quartz, very rare yellow quartz. And I usually work with these, but for some reason I'm supposed to have like a bigger point of an amethyst. So I'll have to find something like that. It'll be kind of interesting. But all right, guys. I want to say peace out and thank you as always. And don't forget, if you have a topic you want to talk about, guess what? That's what the show is about every week. So I don't care what topic you bring up, we are here for you to help you. And that's what it's all about. Nothing's going to be planned because the universe kind of works through Marci and me and tells us, hey, guess what? You're talking about this today. So it doesn't matter what we say because we always end up
Right.
changing the
Well,
subjects
and that's
anyways.
what I've learned a long time ago. Every time I was trying to look for a job, they're like, no, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what for years I wasn't working, I wasn't doing stuff because they're like, you're supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
And I just throw up my hands. It's like, even when I did the mental health place, my friend Richard's like, no, you're not supposed to. Because I'd be drained.
Yeah.
So I just throw up my hands. I go, where I'm getting a recliner. I'm getting a new car. You know, I could have saved that old. My Trav's like, no, that one's too old now. And so we're now getting a new energy. But what's
Right.
ironic is it was supposed to be registered, and I can't register it in September. And I kept on wondering, how am I going to do this? So the universe took it away,
Right.
and now we're doing new stuff. So once
Which
we
is
let
good.
go of things,
Yeah.
new things come in. Don't stress on it. Just stay neutral.
Yeah. I believe that. I really do. All
All
right, guys.
over and over and over again.
I should probably find the ending to the show, huh?
I guess so.
Peace.
Much love.